people, are you that person who really struggles with imposter syndrome? Are you that person who believes that they cannot make it and you keep on filling the gaps and looking for validation from other people? I was that person, and I'm actually getting out of that hole because it has really costed me a lot of opportunities, and I missed opportunities for not believing, like being that cool girl who does not like to talk a lot, like you don't want to know people, you're trying to be humble. But do you know that how you present yourself to the world really matters? How do you package yourself every time you are with people? How do you value who you are? How do you present yourself with confidence, or do you present yourself to the world like a person who is not really in the know of who they are and what they can do? Confident people and people who really know how to package themselves really don't miss out on opportunities, because you let the people around you know that you can do 1, 2, 3. So that's what we are talking about today. For me, it has really been a journey of getting out of myself, getting just out of that space whereby I felt like I don't have to talk about myself. People will just see me. It's okay to expect people to learn about you with the actions and how you're going to do. But really, if you tell someone, there are people who are not really interested in people's lives, and they are the people who have those opportunities. So imagine if you don't present yourself to such people. They are there, but you don't want to talk about yourself. So that's what I'm talking about. How do you present yourself to the world? How do you let the people, the human beings around you know what you do, what you're good at, and even where you work and the things, your accomplishment and everything, because that could open a door. The Bible says that your gift will open a door before many people. But trust me, if you don't express and tell people, I can play piano, I can draw, I am good at cooking or baking, you don't tell people I'm good at this and that, trust me, no one will ever know that you know to do those things. So we always say it's always good to let people know what you can do. So present yourself in a good way also, not like a proud person. Now when you present yourself like a very proud person, people don't like that. People like people who are authentic, and they're interested in what you do because you put it out there in a very good way. So in a world where now our world is filled with branding, how you present yourself and everything. So if you don't package yourself, then you're not branding yourself, and no one will give you opportunities, because by the time your gift takes you to the table, to sit in the table with kings, then you must have illustrated that gift. So a senior person or just a person will just mention your name in the rooms, and they will not be, for them it's not really a big deal because they hold the opportunities. But imagine if you never let yourself known to those people. So there is a very thin line between packaging yourself and presenting yourself to people in the right way and bragging. We are not bragging, we are just telling the world, what's up, this is what I can do we have an opportunity, can we work together in this? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't want to take a lot of time. But anytime you are with people, number one, always exercise a lot of restraint and a lot of good manners. But even when you are doing that, present yourself to them. Let them know who you are and what you can do. Because some people will be surprised by the things you can do, and you never believed in yourself. So how good and how sweet would it be if you believed yourself and presented yourself to the world in the right way? So, number one, when you're presenting yourself to the people, when you meet new people or when you are in a new space, please introduce yourself. Now, when I left college, I was a very small girl. I had just turned 24 years and I did not know, was it 24? Yeah, 24 years, and I did not know how to face the world. So I was just that timid girl, and I would just sit there and people just assume people will know I am a graduate, I have done education science, I can teach physics and chem. And for me, it was not that fierce. But the moment you told people I teach physics, and then they will wonder, you are doing that and you're a girl? That is in Africa, where for the longest time, people never believed that women can do what men have been doing for the longest time. So when we hit the ground, and I was just in the marketplace and I was not really telling people what I do. And because people now always approach me with the thing of, you are teaching this, you're a tough girl. Now I shrank, and I didn't want to introduce myself, because now people will start telling me things which they're actually not in my mind. Like for me, I went to school, I studied something I was excited about, and I was ready now to give services to the world. But now I didn't like how people were telling me, how did you manage? I managed, and I'm here now. Please leave me alone, give me a break. But anytime you are introducing yourself to people, be kind enough, and do not assume that people know you. You know, there are people who hold big positions in their companies, or they are from a wealthy family, and they will assume that people know them. No. Introduce yourself. It doesn't matter how small or how big you are. Let people know who you are, and you should not feel shy about it. It's just a normal thing to say, my name is Grace and I do 1, 2, 3. It's not rocket science. It's something that you can do, okay? Yeah, so be interested also in knowing the name of the other person. Do not be the star of the show. Hey, you know, I'm a computer scientist, you know, I'm a medical doctor, I'm a lawyer. No. After you've introduced yourself, sit back and listen to other people's names. Be interested in who they are actually. Like, know their names and make an effort of remembering their name. Don't be the people who sit with 1 or 2 people, and at the end of the conversation you're like, you told me you're who? Then you're like, I forget names easily. Please, that really sucks. Try your best to tell people who you are. Let them get your name, and also be interested in their names and what they do, where did they study, how did they come to the position they are right now. Like, be interested in their lives for real. Number 2, be polite and gracious. Now, when you're dealing with people, don't be rude, don't be arrogant. It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or not. Just be polite and be very gracious. Like, speak with a lot on, be calm, be peaceful, exercise a calm demeanor, like compose yourself and carry yourself well. And even at that, when you're introducing and appreciating other people, comment on their hairdo, tell them you're looking nice, I like your outfit, you know, I like your hair, like I love your jewelry, you know, those things. Tell people what you like about them, how they're dressed, how neat they are, how composed they are. Compliment people, and when you give that to people, it will also be given back to you. But don't be those people who want to be the star of the show and you think you're the best in this world. We are billions of people in this world, and everyone is blessed with their point of excellence. So appreciating other people and what they do really adds a lot. You could be the motivation they were looking for that day when they came to that meeting. You get me? Yeah. Number 3, be also kind to yourself. Speak about yourself. Tell people about your accomplishment in a polite and in a language of humility. You know what I mean? Like, speak about yourself highly. Like, my name is Grace. I'm a high school teacher. I love doing this and this. Or my name is Grace. I'm a graduate. I did computer science and everything. Like, guys, I did not do that, but I'm giving you an example. You know, I'm a lawyer, I work at this firm, and this is what you have been able to do. Like, present. Also, do not play yourself down. Present yourself in a good way, but in a very polite and humble way. People say when people get money are not humble. I've met people who are quite arrogant because of money, but most of the time is when they are triggered. But in a polite and calm settings, you don't even know who they are, but there are others who have money and they'll be arrogant. So be in that group of the calm people, but do not downplay yourself. Speak highly about yourself. Yeah, it's very important. Number 4, when you're preparing to go and meet people, package yourself to be the best version of yourself in the world. How do we do that? Make sure you are clean. Exercise hygiene. Take a shower, dress well, apply some roll-on, some deodorant, some calm perfume. You know, when you're going in the meeting, don't be those people who wear very what can I say? Like those perfumes, when you get into the room, everyone looks at you, but again, it suffocates them. No, just lie low on your perfume if you're going to a meeting where there are many people. If you're going to girls' night out and everything, you can shine. But when you're going to a serious meeting, just put your sense down, so that you can accommodate, because there's someone, you don't want someone to start sneezing immediately you get to a room. But make sure you are dressed well and you are clean. Don't be sweaty. This is especially for guys. Some people just have some deodorant. I don't want to hit anyone, because sometimes I get into matatu, into a bus in the morning, then I sit near a person and I'm like wondering, will this journey ever end? Because that person is sweaty, they are smelly, and you've taken your effort, you have put some effort, you've taken your time to be clean, neat and hygienic, smelling nice and everything. Or even if you don't have these things, just at least take a shower, you know what I mean? Like, put some effort. So guys, please, I know most people are clean, but there are those people who decide to hop out of their bed and go to work. Please put on some roll-on. Yeah, and if you have an office party and you have that one annoying friend who never puts on a roll-on and you're gifting people, you could get them that as a gift. The other thing I said, dressed well. Apart from exercising hygiene, please dress well. What do I mean by dressing well? Be neat, be presentable. I was reading a discussion about how people are complaining about some generation, which I'm not going to mention, but they will show up for an interview in ragged jeans. They will show up for an interview in flowered and colored dresses. Like, they don't do research on how they should look like when they're going for an interview, even at a workplace. Don't be that. Especially in my profession, I used to see that some ladies really liked to show up in very short dresses and everything, and then it will disturb the boys, and then they could always be in a tussle with the administration for them to dress well. Some are sent back to go and dress well. Don't be that kind of a worker. Dress decently. If it is an official setting, dress well, present yourself neatly to the world. It doesn't matter how many years or how things are evolving. Dressing neatly as an elegant woman, and as a decent man, will never be outdated. Okay, it will always be there. It will never be outdated. It will always stay. So take your time, choose your clothes, like weekend, arrange, this is what I will wear. Or if there is someone who does that for you, put your clothes together. And anytime you're going to a serious meeting, if you're letting loose on a Friday, or you're going for an office party, it's okay. But if you're going to a place where you're going to meet some serious people, decent place, put yourself together well, because you never know the person you're going to meet, and you never know the opportunity you're going to get. Okay, yeah. Then number 6, apart from dressing and everything, your demeanor and everything, demonstrate very strong work ethic. Now, you are packaging yourself for the world. It's not that you're meeting these people for the first time. You're just putting yourself well for the world. So this is what will happen, friends. Show excellence and teamwork if you are in a place of work. Apart from office politics and everything, be that worker everyone envies to be. You might not be a superpower, I know, but practice. Just do your best in your work. For me, if I'm a teacher, I should make sure when I teach a child, we have results. If you're working in an office, be excellent, meet deadlines, be punctual. Don't be that person who works into work at 9:30 and you're supposed to be there at 8:45. No. Even in meetings, you're still presenting yourself to the world. Try your best to be there on time. And in case you're running late, let the people know, the people you're meeting, that you're running late. But in a job situation, do not always be late. Friends, it's better to always be punctual at work. You might leave early, but always be at work the time you should be there. And then exercise teamwork. Teamwork. Be that person who can work with everyone. Speak well to people, kindly, be polite. Like, do not look down at people. You never know the people you are meeting in these streets. Just conduct yourself well. That's all I can say. So be excellent at your work and meet deadlines, do the right thing, and respect the authority. Unless a leader or the administrator comes looking for you, do not look for them. Unless they do something to trigger you that you feel like you need to stand up for yourself, keep your calm, be cool, and just do your work. That's what I can say. Then number 7, be just good, exercise good table manners. Good table manners, guys. I'm a village girl. I was brought up in the village, and I even today I cannot say that I know how to use the fork or the knife well, but I try my best. I've been teaching myself. But don't be that person who will find food in the buffet and you want to take up everything. Just take small portions, and when you're eating, just take small bites, and put on the napkin either here or down here and just eat slowly. Do not gulp down your food like water, and then now you're inhaling food, you're coughing, it is now in the trachea. Is it the trachea? Your food is everywhere, and now you are the attention of the room. No. Exercise good table manners, guys. Even when I'm training my children, especially my girl, my boy is still small, but my girl, I am teaching her now, you should not put a lot of food in your mouth. Don't talk when you're eating. Table manners, they are just basics. So have small bites. Don't talk when you're eating. That is, guys, it doesn't matter the meeting you're doing. Swallow your food first, then talk, okay? Nothing is urgent. For as long as you're eating, nothing is urgent. Yeah, and then eat what you can. You cannot eat food and... Yeah, I was rudely cut off by my space limit. So I was saying, you cannot store your food in the stomach for the longest time. So just relax, eat what is enough, and just be content. Yeah, then number 8, have a good attitude towards people and work. Now, when I was in my previous workplace, not really the other one. Yeah, there is something I observed. When we had new staff incoming, people would sit in groups and then they have attitude towards someone, maybe how they are dressed and everything. Okay, dressing creates an impression, but within 1 or 2 days you could see people making faces at people because they have just come and maybe they are thinking they are too much for them, or the confidence is too much for them. They will start hating on them for no reason. So one thing life has taught me is have the right attitude towards people unless they prove themselves wrong. Appreciate them and love them the way they are. Unless they show you that they are bad people, appreciate and love them the way they are, okay? So people have weaknesses. They cannot be perfect. But again, you are also not perfect. First of all, master. As you're changing attitude towards people, master your strengths and weaknesses. Do not push yourself in spaces where you know this one I cannot, okay? Put yourself in spaces where you know this is my strength. And whenever you know I have a weakness at this, then appreciate it, and it is okay to tell people, I know I cannot do, I'm not good at this. Can I have that done by someone else? Or this is my strength, give me. Yeah, so appreciate I can do this, I'm not good at this, and appreciate people who are good at something. You cannot be good at everything. So when you see someone who is good at, for example, in MCing, don't push yourself to be the MC of every function, or be giving the word of encouragement from the Bible or wherever. Just give opportunities to people because we are not the same. So appreciate I'm good at this and I'm not good at the other, and just let it go. You can't be God. You cannot be excellent at everything that you do. Number 9, don't really worry about what other people think. There is a very, most people are people pleasers because they always wonder what will they think, what will they say. As much as because we are human, we cannot ignore the fact that we worry about what people say, but you don't have to verbalize it. You don't have to let it stick into your head, okay? Because if you do right, if you do wrong, people will always speak. And when you're trying your best to put things in order, people might not appreciate that. And it is only you who knows that you're doing your best. So what do? You're giving everything your best, and people are not appreciating that. So sometimes don't judge people also. If someone messes up, don't judge them, because you don't know what actions or what they were going through to be where they are. So be confident with where you are and who you are, and also acknowledge. Yeah, so I was saying acknowledge the need for room for improvement for everyone, okay? Yeah, and then finally, number 10, have an attractive personality. Be likable. One thing I am good at doing is I always smile. Though as I've been growing up, I've learned to be more assertive and to speak my mind, but also I like smiling. Like, I will try my best to have good relationship with anyone. And I do this by avoiding a lot of stories which are not necessary. But I'm good at just making or what, acquaintances. I'm very good. Like, we will smile, we will talk the normal things. And whenever you need my help and I'm in a position, I will help you. But I draw the line at where you want to misuse me. And most of the time, I don't think if this is a toxic trait, but anytime I feel and think like this is too much for me, I pull out slowly. So the next time you are requesting me to do something for you, I will just give an excuse. And you might never know, but I'm just protecting myself against being hurt. But I might not have the courage to tell you, you did this and this and I didn't like it. But I will pull myself out of that space. I don't know if you're getting me. Like, don't be a people pleaser, but have a likable personality. Like, be that person when you leave that workplace or when you leave that meeting or that gathering, people will want to connect more with you. Are you getting, like, and they will want to look up to you for something. I like it when I meet, I like making friends with guys, because men are not really complicated. I love my fellow women, but sometimes we complicate life. But you see, guys are just easygoing. So when I make friends with guys and I get opportunities, I really give them, because I know they will not complicate the situation. A guy will tell you, I can't do this, or I can do it. And when they do it, they do the best way. And when you correct them, they take it the best way. So be a likable person and leave a mark in people's life every time they are in it. That's what I can say. So I'm a journey in progress. I've not gotten there. I'm really working on how to present myself, because I suffer from imposter syndrome. I know I can do that, but again, I don't believe I can do it. I'm not sure if I will deliver. The people who I work with, please don't look at this. I try my best to give my best, but sometimes I doubt myself. So I'm working on how to present myself to the world, and I know it will be okay. So are you a person who would like to do that? Join my journey. Let's work on self-development and how we can present ourselves to the world. Mainly, I'm working on how I can do some public speaking. So guys, thank you so much for being in this video, for not being in the video, but for watching to the end. Please like, share, and subscribe, and share it with your friends. I will see you guys in my next video. God bless you and bye. Thank you so much for being here. Bye. I love you.